Ever done a double take on a celebrity photo and thought, wait, that's them? Hollywood stars are the ultimate shapeshifters, pulling off transformations that make us question everything we thought we knew. From Rebel Wilson's jaw-dropping weight loss, seriously, where did she hide those pounds? To Angelica Houston's carefully calculated dance with Botox and the surgeon's scalpel, these stars have practically rewritten their own faces and maybe even their IMDb profiles. If you love a good glow-up mixed with a little did they or didn't they suspense, you're in the right place. Drop a 1 in the comments, because we're diving headfirst into the wild, weird, and absolutely fascinating transformations of Hollywood's most unrecognizable stars. Buckle up, this ride's about to get crazy. Khloe Kardashian's rise has been nothing short of a transformation story. She went from reality TV's relatable sister to a powerhouse mogul faster than fans could say, "Where can I get those good American genes?" Known for her sharp wit, unfiltered humor, and no-nonsense attitude on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe didn't just keep up, she built her own empire. With her fashion brand and her fitness-driven series Revenge Body, she proved she was far more than a reality TV personality. But lately, it's not just her business moves making headlines, it's her jaw-dropping transformation. Internet debates flare up daily over how much of Khloe's glow-up is natural and how much is Hollywood magic. Back in June 2021 during the Keeping Up reunion, she faced the speculation head-on. Everyone says, "Oh my god, she's had her whole face done. But I've only had one nose job." Just one. That's Khloe's story, though critics still whisper about Botox, fillers, and a few extra tweaks. She herself admits filters are her guilty pleasure, and honestly, who hasn't face-tuned a selfie or two? From her early girl next door charm to her current full-blown glamazon era, Khloe keeps the world talking, second-guessing, and scrolling. So here's the big question. Do you believe it's just the nose, or is there more to this glow-up saga? Drop your theories in the comments, because Khloe Kardashian's transformation is the kind of tea nobody can stop sipping. Melanie Griffith, daughter of Hollywood legend Tippi Hedren, didn't just inherit a legacy, she built her own. She started small, with commercials and modeling, before making her film debut in Night Moves. But it was her unforgettable role as Tess McGill in Working Girl that catapulted her into the A-list, complete with an Oscar nomination. Back then, in the 80s and 90s, her fresh-faced glow made her one of Hollywood's darlings. Compare that to her look today, and some fans find themselves asking, is that really Melanie? And here's where the story gets wild. In 1977, while filming the infamous Roar, Melanie was mauled by a lioness, yes, a real lioness, and needed 50 stitches to repair her face. That's not just commitment to a role, that's sheer survival. But years later, it wasn't lions making headlines, it was her face. Plump lips, nicknamed the trout pout, endless rounds of Botox and fillers, and whispers of eyelid surgery. The once natural beauty now carried the shiny, frozen look of overdone Hollywood. To her credit, Melanie has been brutally honest about it. In interviews with Porter and Us Weekly, she admitted she went too far. "Most people said I looked awful. And honestly, I didn't even realize it until everyone was like, 'Oh my god, what have you done?' Thankfully, a new doctor helped undo much of the damage. 'I hope I look more normal now,' she said candidly. Love her or judge her, Melanie Griffith remains unforgettable, a Hollywood lioness who survived scars, criticism, and reinvention. And in her story, we see the highs, the lows, and the raw cost of chasing beauty under the unforgiving lights of fame. Courtney Cox will always be etched into pop culture as the obsessive yet lovable Monica Geller on Friends, and as the fearless, sharp-tongued reporter Gale Weathers in the Scream franchise. But her Hollywood journey, as layered and complicated as Ross and Rachel's on-again, off-again romance, began humbly with a guest role on As the World Turns in 1984. From there, her star only climbed higher, earning Golden Globe and Emmy nods, and eventually securing a place on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yet, as bright as her talent has always shined, the spotlight hasn't always been kind. At the 2015 premiere of Hand of God, jaws dropped, not in awe, but in shock. Cox's fuller face and noticeably altered features fueled a storm of speculation about cosmetic procedures. Fans whispered, critics pounced, and the headlines were merciless. Had Monica gone too far? Instead of hiding, Kourtney confronted the rumors head-on. In a candid interview, she admitted experimenting with fillers and treatments, only to regret the choices later. "I didn't realize how strange I looked," she confessed. "I wouldn't do that now." Today, Cox embraces her natural beauty, showing the world that confidence isn't found in injections or perfection, but in authenticity. She proves that sometimes, less truly is more, and that even after the fillers fade, her Hollywood glow still shines just as brightly as the star on the boulevard that bears her name. Zac Efron didn't just rise to fame, he blasted off. From Disney's golden boy in High School Musical to Hollywood's ultimate heartthrob, Zac had us swooning faster than Troy Bolton sinking a game-winning three-pointer. Whether he was cracking us up in Neighbors or flashing those legendary abs in Baywatch, Efron's mix of talent and good looks made him a permanent fixture on our screens. But in April 2021, the spotlight shifted in a way no one expected. The internet didn't pause his career, it paused his face. Fans noticed a striking change in Zac's jawline, and suddenly the rumor mill went into overdrive. Memes exploded, plastic surgery whispers spread like wildfire. Botox? Fillers? Some secret jaw sculpting routine? The truth turned out to be far stranger. In 2022, Zac finally set the record straight. That shredded Baywatch look? It was the result of extreme dehydration and a heavy diuretic. "I don't need to do that anymore," he admitted, preferring a healthier balance with a little more body fat. But there was a deeper story behind the transformation. Back in 2018, a freak accident changed everything. While rushing around his house in socks, Zac slipped, slammed his chin on a fountain, and shattered his jaw. The impact left him with a detached jawbone, and the reconstructive surgery that followed permanently altered his facial structure. The internet may have been quick to speculate, but the truth was rooted in pain, resilience, and recovery. From Troy Bolton to tabloid headline, Zac Efron's journey proves he's more than just a pretty face. He's a survivor in Hollywood's toughest game, and his face, quite literally, has been through the ringer. Val Kilmer, Hollywood's ultimate shapeshifter. He's been the cocky fighter pilot Iceman in Top Gun, the hypnotic Jim Morrison in The Doors, and even a noble knight in Willow. But off-screen, Kilmer's real-life story has been every bit as dramatic as the roles that made him legendary. In 2014, his sudden weight loss sparked whispers and worry. Ever elusive, Kilmer broke his silence on Facebook, insisting it was for art's sake. He was pouring himself into a deeply personal passion project, preparing to embody Mark Twain. Yet just months later, concern returned when he was hospitalized. Rumors of throat cancer began to swirl. Kilmer stayed quiet at first, but the sight of a tracheostomy tube in 2015 confirmed what many had feared: he was fighting a serious health battle. In 2021, Kilmer finally opened the door with Val, a raw, powerful documentary built from his own footage and reflections. For the first time, fans saw the toll throat cancer and grueling treatments had taken on him, on his health, on his once iconic voice. And yet, what shone through wasn't defeat but resilience. Even with his voice forever changed, Kilmer's spirit remained unbroken. His passion for storytelling, his refusal to let illness define him, turned his survival into a legacy of its own. Val Kilmer is more than an actor, he's a survivor. A man whose greatest role might just be himself. Meg Ryan. In the 80s and 90s, no one owned the romantic comedy crown quite like her. With that radiant smile and down-to-earth charm, she reigned supreme in timeless classics like When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail. She wasn't just America's sweetheart, she was the very face of the rom-com golden era. Her natural beauty, effortless warmth, and unforgettable screen presence turned her into a household name, forever etching her place in Hollywood history. But by the mid-2000s, the conversation shifted. Suddenly, it wasn't her talent making headlines, it was her appearance. Fans and critics alike began whispering, "What happened to Meg Ryan's face?" Plastic surgeons speculated in Hollywood life about fillers, fat transfers, Botox, even facelifts or a nose job. The speculation snowballed, drowning out the applause she once commanded. Through it all, Meg stayed silent, never confirming or denying the rumors. Yet her legacy remains untouchable. Hollywood may obsess over beauty, but Meg Ryan's impact can't be reduced to tabloid chatter. She defined an era, gave audiences love stories that still resonate, and left behind performances that glow brighter than any headline. Her films are proof that while looks fade, true charm, the kind that lights up the screen and touches the heart, is timeless. Lil' Kim, the undeniable rap queen of the 90s, didn't just make music, she rewrote the rules of hip-hop. With anthems like Crush on You, No Time, and the Grammy-winning Lady Marmalade, she shattered barriers in a world built to shut her out. Her fearless style, unapologetic confidence, and groundbreaking role in Junior MFA made her a trailblazer in an industry that rarely made space for women, let alone one this bold. But in recent years, the conversation has shifted. Her ever-changing appearance has sparked endless debates, double takes, and headlines. In 2005, Kim revealed she'd undergone a nose job after a violent relationship left her with a broken nose that required reconstructive surgery. Yet as time went on, fans noticed even more dramatic changes to her face and body, fueling speculation about skin lightening and multiple cosmetic procedures. Plastic surgeon Dr. Jennifer Levine even suggested she may have altered her eyes, complexion, and other features, though Kim's camp has consistently denied it. Through it all, Lil' Kim has never apologized for who she is. Whether breaking barriers in rap or sparking fierce debates about beauty standards, she continues to command the spotlight on her own terms. Her journey, like her music, is fearless, controversial, and unforgettable. A true testament to the spirit of a woman who was born to own center stage. Angelica Houston, daughter of the legendary director John Huston and granddaughter of acclaimed actor Walter Huston, is Hollywood royalty through and through. With her striking presence and magnetic performances, she carved out a legacy all her own, winning an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her unforgettable role in Prizzy's Honor. From the Addams Family to the Witches, Angelica became a symbol of elegance, mystique, and unparalleled talent. But in recent years, her appearance has sparked conversation. At a 2013 NBC event, fans and critics alike noticed changes that fueled speculation about possible cosmetic work. By 2020, Angelica addressed the whispers head-on, candidly admitting she had considered procedures, specifically for her neck, but ultimately decided against them. "Once you start with the neck, you have to do the chin as well," she explained, revealing her hesitation about going down that road. Her honesty about aging gracefully reflects a grounded perspective in an industry obsessed with youth. And while her appearance may have evolved, her elegance, wit, and commanding presence remain timeless, securing her place as one of Hollywood's most distinctive and enduring stars. Daryl Hannah, the ethereal beauty who lit up the screen in Splash alongside Tom Hanks, mesmerized audiences in Blade Runner, and charmed hearts in Steel Magnolias, was one of the defining faces of 1980s Hollywood. With her flowing blonde hair and effortless allure, she embodied a timeless kind of glamour, securing her place among the most beloved stars of her generation. But in recent years, Hannah's changing appearance has sparked waves of speculation, leaving fans wondering how the radiant mermaid of Splash transformed into the woman we see today. Despite the whispers, Hannah has firmly denied ever going under the knife. "I'm too squeamish to have surgery unless it's absolutely necessary to save my life," she told the Daily Mail back in 2010. Yet even her denials couldn't stop the rumors from costing her roles, after a single circulated photo ignited gossip across Hollywood. Plastic surgeons have fanned the flames with their own theories. Dr. Richard Fleming pointed to an unnatural fullness in her face, suggesting fillers, while Dr. Adam Schaffner speculated about changes to her nose, though he admitted makeup and lighting could also be to blame. Whatever the truth, Hannah's story shines a harsh light on the relentless scrutiny Hollywood's leading ladies endure. Every wrinkle, every contour, every change is dissected, often with little regard for the human being behind the face. And yet, through it all, her iconic performances and enduring charm continue to define her legacy, reminding us why Daryl Hannah will always remain a star. Mark McGrath shot to fame in the late 90s as the magnetic frontman of Sugar Ray, the band that gave us carefree pop rock anthems like Fly and Every Morning. With his surfer boy looks and laid-back rockstar energy, McGrath quickly became a fan favorite. Over time, he smoothly transitioned into television, landing high-profile hosting gigs on shows like Extra and popping up on reality TV, keeping his name alive long after his band's heyday. But by 2018, the spotlight turned in an unexpected direction. When McGrath appeared on Celebrity Big Brother, fans were stunned by what they saw: his noticeably different appearance. Social media buzzed with speculation about plastic surgery, pointing out changes around his eyes and cheekbones. Rumors spread fast, but McGrath fired back on Twitter with his trademark humor. "It's ridiculous that I have to respond to these plastic surgery rumors, but I'll clarify, I've never had any cosmetic surgery. I'm just naturally good-looking." His wit didn't stop the whispers. Many fans remained unconvinced, and even plastic surgeons weighed in. According to Life and Style Extra, Miami-based Dr. Sile speculated that McGrath might have had rhinoplasty, noting changes significant enough to alter his overall look. Whether it was simply age, lighting, or maybe a subtle tweak here and there, one thing remains undeniable: Mark McGrath still knows how to keep people talking. Priscilla Presley first captured the world's attention in the 1960s as the glamorous young wife of Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. But she refused to live only in his shadow. Priscilla carved out her own path, proving she was more than a famous last name. She became a successful actress, winning fans with her role as Jenna Wade on Dallas and later lighting up the big screen in the comedic Naked Gun film series. Beyond acting, she took on an even greater role, safeguarding Elvis's legacy. As the steward of Graceland, she ensured the king's memory remained larger than life, touching new generations long after his passing. But Priscilla's journey wasn't without heartbreak or controversy. In the mid-2000s, her name made headlines for reasons far removed from Hollywood glamour. Fans were stunned when her face began to change dramatically, leaving her almost unrecognizable. The shocking culprit was Dr. Daniel Serrano, an unlicensed cosmetic practitioner who lured Priscilla and others into trying his so-called European silicone injections. What they didn't know was chilling: the silicone was industrial grade, meant for machinery, not human use, and illegally imported from Argentina. The damage was devastating. Priscilla, along with many of Serrano's clients, suffered lasting complications around her cheeks, eyes, and lips. Serrano's unethical practices eventually caught up with him, and in 2006 he was sentenced to 18 months in prison. Through it all, Priscilla Presley remained resilient. She continues to carry Elvis's torch while navigating the harsh spotlight of fame. Her story is both inspiring and cautionary, a reminder of the hidden costs of beauty, the dangers of misplaced trust, and the relentless pressures of Hollywood's pursuit of perfection. Renee Zellweger, the versatile star who first stole hearts in Jerry Maguire and went on to win a Golden Globe for Nurse Betty, has long been one of Hollywood's most beloved leading ladies. From light-hearted romantic comedies to heavy dramas like One True Thing, she carved out a reputation as an actress who could do it all. But in 2014, Zellweger made headlines not for her acting, but for her startlingly different appearance at the ELE Women in Hollywood event, a transformation that left fans and critics doing a double take. Overnight, the buzz shifted from her filmography to speculation about plastic surgery. Zellweger, however, wasn't shaken. "I'm glad people think I look different," she told People magazine. "I'm living a more fulfilling, healthier life, and I'm happy that it shows." She explained her new look as the result of lifestyle changes, after years of exhaustion from constantly pushing herself without pause. Still, the scrutiny wasn't easy. In a SiriusXM interview, she recalled the sting of overhearing strangers on the subway debating whether she'd had work done, a moment both painful and eye-opening. Rather than let gossip define her, Renee chose to focus inward. She rebuilt her health, reclaimed her confidence, and reminded the world that beauty isn't about headlines or speculation. True beauty, as she's proven, shines from within. Tori Spelling, the ultimate 90s teen drama queen, etched her name into pop culture history as Donna Martin on Beverly Hills 90210, the iconic series created by her legendary father, Aaron Spelling. With her sweet demeanor and girl-next-door charm, she quickly became a fan favorite, embodying the heart of West Beverly High. But Tori's story didn't end when the cameras stopped rolling. She reinvented herself with reality TV, best-selling books, and a flair for keeping her name in the spotlight. In recent years, however, it's not just her career but her striking transformation that's fueled conversation. Gone are the days when fans instantly recognize Donna Martin's face. Tori has been refreshingly candid about her evolution, admitting to a nose job and breast augmentation. "I look completely different," she confessed during an interview on SiriusXM's Jeff Lewis Live. Alongside those admissions, she revealed her newest beauty secret, exosome therapy, a cutting-edge skin treatment promising rejuvenation and restoration. Speculation about other enhancements still swirls, but Tori embraces it all with unapologetic honesty. From the beloved halls of 90,210 to the ever-shifting spotlight of Hollywood, she has proven that reinvention isn't the end of her story, it's simply the next chapter. Jennifer Grey became an icon of the late 1980s, forever etched into pop culture as Frances "Baby" Houseman in Dirty Dancing, dancing alongside Patrick Swayze. With her trademark curls and distinctive nose, she carried a natural charm that set her apart in Hollywood, a uniqueness fans instantly connected with. But just as her star was rising, her journey took a turn that would forever reshape both her career and her identity. In the early 90s, after undergoing 2 rhinoplasty surgeries, Grey emerged so transformed that even her most devoted fans struggled to recognize her. Looking back, she once confessed, "I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out a nobody. It was the worst nose job in the world." The dramatic change didn't just alter her reflection in the mirror, it altered the way Hollywood saw her, robbing her of the very distinctiveness that had made her unforgettable. Adding to this personal upheaval was the shadow of tragedy. In 1987, just as Dirty Dancing hit theaters, Grey and her then-boyfriend Matthew Broderick were involved in a devastating car accident that claimed 2 lives. The incident left her with not only physical injuries but also emotional scars that haunted her at the height of her fame. And yet, through the heartbreak, loss, and career setbacks, Jennifer Grey endured. Today, she stands as a symbol of resilience, her raw honesty about fame, identity, and survival serving as a poignant reminder of Hollywood's brutal paradox. The same industry that builds its stars can just as swiftly take everything away. Uma Thurman was the very definition of cool in the 90s and early 2000s, a magnetic screen presence who could slip seamlessly from romantic comedies to high-stakes thrillers and blockbuster action films. Her unforgettable turn as Mia Wallace in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction didn't just captivate audiences, it earned her Oscar, BAFTA, Golden Globe, and SAG Award nominations, cementing her as one of Hollywood's most versatile talents. But in more recent years, the spotlight on Thurman has shifted, from her craft to her appearance. In 2015, she arrived at a red carpet event looking noticeably different, sparking a storm of speculation about possible cosmetic surgery. The internet erupted, tabloids went into overdrive, and fans questioned what had changed. Thurman, with her trademark wit and composure, quickly put the rumors to rest on the Today Show. She explained it wasn't surgery at all, just an unusual makeup experiment. "I guess people didn't like my makeup," she quipped, turning the frenzy into a moment of humor. Still, whispers persisted. Mark Norfolk, clinical director at Transform Cosmetic Surgery, publicly speculated that her look suggested possible lower eyelid surgery or blepharoplasty, pointing out her lack of eye makeup as a potential sign of recovery from a recent procedure. Yet through all the gossip and guessing games, one truth remains. Uma Thurman's legacy rests not on rumors about her appearance but on the strength of her artistry. Whether through bold makeup choices or stripped-down authenticity, she continues to command respect and attention in an industry that changes with the wind. And no matter what the headlines say, she remains a timeless Hollywood icon whose talent speaks louder than any speculation. Blac Chyna, born Angela White, exploded onto the scene in 2010, making waves as a model, TV personality, rapper, and entrepreneur. She first caught the spotlight standing in for Nicki Minaj in Kanye West's Monster music video, but her name truly cemented itself in pop culture when Drake dropped a shout-out to her in his hit Miss Me. Magazine spreads in Dime Piece, Straight Stuntin', and black men's magazines soon followed, propelling her status as a cultural icon. Fast forward to 2023, and Blac Chyna shocked the world with a bold new chapter, publicly reversing the very cosmetic procedures that once defined her look. On Instagram, she live-streamed the removal of her cheek and jawline fillers, telling her followers, "I'm tired of this look. It's not beautiful anymore. It completely changed my face, and I just want to go back to being Angela." But that was just the beginning. In follow-up videos, she revealed her decision to reduce her breast implants and remove the silicone injections she'd gotten in her late teens, calling it one of the best decisions of her life. She urged others not to make the same mistakes, warning, "Don't inject silicone." Reflecting on her younger years, she admitted, "I was so young back then. I just wanted a body like the women around me. I wanted to stand out." Blac Chyna's journey is far more than a cosmetic reversal. It's a story of reclaiming identity, rediscovering authenticity, and inspiring countless others to choose self-love over society's impossible expectations. Rebel Wilson, the scene-stealing star we loved in Pitch Perfect, Bridesmaids, and Isn't It Romantic, built her career on playing quirky, lovable characters, none more iconic than Fat Amy. But in recent years, the headlines surrounding Rebel weren't just about her comedic brilliance. They were about something far more dramatic, a stunning personal transformation that left fans in awe. In January 2020, Rebel announced her Year of Health on Instagram, committing herself to fitness, mindful eating, and a total wellness reset. Her goal was bold, reaching 165 pounds, about 75 kilograms, and she approached it with determination, working with a personal trainer and overhauling her diet. She shared every step of the journey with her fans, the highs and the struggles alike. By May, she admitted it wasn't easy, but she stayed the course. And by November, she revealed to People magazine that she had shed 40 pounds, felt healthier than ever, and gained a renewed sense of confidence. Much of her success came from a high-protein diet built around lean choices like fish and chicken breast, paired with sustainable lifestyle changes. But what truly captivated people wasn't just the physical transformation, it was the story behind it. Rebel's journey became a powerful symbol of resilience, self-care, and empowerment. Proof that the same woman who could make the world laugh could also inspire it with courage and discipline. Rebel Wilson showed us that comedy and resilience are an unbeatable combination. Mickey Rourke was the very definition of rugged charm in the 1980s, mesmerizing audiences with unforgettable roles in films like Angel Heart and 9½ Weeks. His smoldering chemistry with Kim Basinger made him a Hollywood sex symbol, a star who seemed untouchable. But in 1991, everything changed. After a string of career missteps, Rourke shocked the industry by walking away from acting to chase a different kind of fight, professional boxing, a sport he had trained in during his youth. It was a gamble that would change his life forever. Years in the ring didn't just bruise his body, they reshaped his face. Multiple reconstructive surgeries followed, most to repair the damage from boxing. But as Rourke later admitted, "I picked the wrong guy to put my face back together." 5 nose surgeries, 2 cheekbone repairs, and lingering complications left him almost unrecognizable from the heartthrob audiences once adored. Yet Rourke refused to be counted out. Against all odds, he staged a stunning comeback in the 2000s, earning critical acclaim and even an Oscar nomination for his haunting performance in The Wrestler. Still, speculation has never stopped. Experts whisper about facelifts, eyelid lifts, hair transplants, and even the possibility of Botox overuse causing partial paralysis. Rourke's story isn't just about fame or vanity, it's about survival. A man who fought both in the ring and in Hollywood, reinventing himself time and time again. His transformation is a testament to resilience, regeneration, and the brutal price of chasing reinvention. Thanks for watching Exposed Hollywood. Which celebrity transformation shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping Hollywood stories.